Hey everybody, it is me, Vincent, coming to you from Universal Orlando Resort. The holidays are here in full swing, which means it is time for another Universal holiday tour. I'm doing a holiday tour. This is the third year that they have done it. It is back and better than ever. I am super excited to take you guys along with me tonight. So for those watching who don't know what the holiday tour is, this is a tour that you can buy here at Universal that shows you all of the best that Universal has to offer during the holidays. You get to meet the Grinch, you get priority seating for the Grinch show, you get to see the magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle, you get to meet Santa, and a couple of other exclusive things that you can only experience on this tour. Now, this is the third time I have done this tour. This is the third time it has been completely different. There are things in previous holiday tours that I didn't like that are now gone, and there are things that have been added to the holiday tour that I'm really excited about. Specifically, the Grinch meet and greet with not just the Grinch, but Max the dog, folks. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I'm doing this on the very first night of the holiday tour. This runs all the way throughout the holiday season. I have purchased a spot for myself on the inaugural tour, so I'm very excited to get this started. On this particular day, my check-in time is at 6 o'clock at Soundstage 18, which some of you may know as what used to be the Blue Man Group Theater, in between Universal Studios Florida and the Hard Rock Cafe. So we're gonna head in that direction now, check in for our tour, and get this party started. All right, we're all checked in. I got in line at 6 o'clock. It took me about 30 minutes to check in. It's got quite a queue. I think it's just gonna be like that all the time, so be ready for that, pack your patience. But I've got my wristband, I've got my tour guide, and we are ready to get this thing started. We are heading into our first event of the holiday tour tonight. It is a showing of Grinchmas. Every tour starts off with a viewing of the Grinchmas Who-liday Spectacular in this priority seating right here at the center of the stage. So nice.
Universal Orlando asks that you open your heart and enjoy the Grinchmas Who-liday Spectacular.
The whole Christmas season. Now please don't ask why, no one quite knows the reason. It could be that his head isn't screwed on quite right. It could be perhaps that his shoes are too tight. Ow.
Where are Christmas? Why can't I find you?
Okay, so we just got out of the Grinch show. It is a great show if you've never seen it before. Fun fact, I used to actually really not like the show. I thought it was kind of annoying, but I have grown to really love it as time has gone on. Every time I've been forced to watch it for the holiday tour here at Universal, I end up liking it more and more. And what was really nice is once we got out, our group went straight to Circus McGurkus for food and desserts. And this is also where you meet Grinch and Max the dog. We're in here for about 45 minutes. You can get food and drink at your leisure, but I am making a beeline straight for Max the dog. I want to meet this dog so much. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hey Max. How are you? Hey, well boy. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. This is Max the dog. You can meet him on the holiday tour. This is the only place you can meet him. Hi. Oh my god. This is, oh my god, I love you. I am freaking out.
Oh, kisses for you.
Oh, this is the best day of my life. Thank you so much, Max. Thank you. Such a good boy. Now that we have got our Max meet and greet, and eventually we'll get to the Grinch, we'll get to that guy, let's talk about the food. In years past, you would just have the hot cocoa, the drinks, and desserts, which was fine. I remember doing the tour and like being hungry and wanting to have something more than cookies and hot cocoa. This year they have plussed it up. They're actually savory meals, which is so good. I think that's a really smart move. I think that's a big plus for this tour. I should probably grab some and tell you how they are, yeah? All right, this is my loot. This is what I've got from our food stop here on the holiday tour. I'm not gonna eat all of this. I'm just gonna like try bits and bobs of it, but I got some pizza tots over here. I got some green Who hash tots, chicken waffles, and then the 2 cookies that you can get on the holiday tour. Let's head back to our table and try them out. So the tots are good. They're very similar to the ones they serve out in the park. So if you had the ones out by Green Eggs and Ham, it's the exact same thing. I do wish they had the Green Eggs and Ham version. They have just the Who hash and the pizza tots, which I enjoy, but my favorite is definitely like the Green Eggs and Ham tots. The chicken waffle, it's nothing too crazy, nothing to write home about. I actually really enjoy the cookies this year. I'd never really liked the cookies in previous holiday tours. They have improved them. They are like a sugar cookie style with like frosting on it. They did a really decent job. They're not half bad compared to what they've been before. There is a noticeable improvement. It's also a nice touch that the freestyle machines are set up. You can just have unlimited soda, all different types of soda. Something I've always really liked in all of the holiday tours that I've done has been the hot cocoa. So I'm hoping that this year it's no different. Wait, this is my coffee. Sorry. It's hot cocoa, so it's hot, obviously, but it is still very good. It's like they make it with milk. You know what I mean? That's like the difference between just okay hot cocoa and good hot cocoa is when you make it with milk, and this is what that tastes like. At least, I mean, I don't really know how they make it, but that's what it definitely tastes like. You know, it's not that powdered stuff you can get. Okay, so the food was really great. I loved meeting Max, and you have an opportunity to meet the Grinch as well. I, unfortunately, am pretty awful with my time management at times. I did not queue up to meet the Grinch. It's a little different. Last year, you'd kind of wait for the Grinch to get to your table. This year, you have to queue up and wait. And because of that, I didn't have enough time to see him. What I would actually recommend, so you're not like me, is that when you get to that part of the tour where you go to Circus McGurkus for the food, meet the characters first, food comes second, okay? I did double dip and like meet Max twice because I thought it was so cool and so unique of a meet and greet, but I definitely should have used some of that time to meet the Grinch instead. But we did cut backstage, and we are now here at an empty Universal Studios Florida, and we are getting ready to ride the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. There's a ride included in this tour now. I will say it is so cool to walk through an empty Universal Studios, especially an empty New York area of Universal Studios. Oh, my group's inside, I gotta go. So for the holiday tour this year, you do visit a ride. You get to skip the line, or I should say just go on a ride, because we're riding the Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon after the park's closed, so there's no line to skip. I decided to skip this one. I get a little dizzy on this ride. You don't have to ride the ride if you don't want to. You could just use this opportunity to like sit and relax. But it was cool to walk through the building, get a little personalized tour of 30 Rock from your tour guide. Be sure to ask questions. You know, they love that kind of stuff, and you can find out some really cool things about this ride and the whole park in general. We just got off the ride, and we got led here into this private room at the Jimmy Fallon ride, and we are now in line to meet Santa Claus. Happy holidays, Mr. Claus.
Holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. It is so great to see you. This is a great spot you got here. Like the chair?
All the trees and my chair.
Yes, yeah, this
All
is
the presents
awesome.
to deliver, yeah.
It is-
I checked my list twice, of course. Yes, yes.
Okay. I met Max the dog.
Max.
And that was pretty fantastic. That was like, he licked my cheek, and I can't stop thinking about it. So that's been pretty great.
Well, since he's already done it, I won't have it.
Okay, oh, come on. 2 for 2, right? Oh, look at this. They have officially turned the music off. It is so quiet, but beautiful. There's Earl the squirrel popping out of the tree. Get a much better look than I did yesterday. He's got a little hat. The tour started at 6 o'clock. It is about 9:45 now. We have met the Grinch, we saw the show, we met Santa Claus, we did the Jimmy Fallon ride. The last thing on our list of things to do for this tour tonight is to head over to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, head over to Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure, and get a exclusive showing of the nighttime show, The Magic of Christmas. So that's what we're waiting for right now. We're hanging out here in the empty New York area of the park. This is a really great opportunity opportunity to get your pictures by the tree with nobody around and find some little hidden details and Easter eggs in this area of the park. Because there are some. I'm gonna show you some while we're here. One of my favorites is that this actually used to be the entrance to the old Ghostbusters show that they had here in the park when it first opened up. And the wreath here on the door actually pays a little homage to that. If you come up to it here, you can see some marshmallows with green ooze on them, like maybe the Stay Puft Man covered in ectoplasm? Huh? This is a new one that I haven't seen before, but right here at the entrance of the Sahara Traders Mummy Ride gift shop, they actually have a little gorilla up there, a reference to Confrontation, the ride that used to be here before the Mummy. Right up there. It's kind of hard to see in the dark, but it is there. One that I didn't know about is actually here on the garland of the building right by the Jimmy Fallon ride. They have a little tiny cow, which is a reference to Twister, which is what used to be where Jimmy Fallon is. And just to give you guys another Twister reference, here in the window, there's actually an advertisement for something called Twister Cola. Alrighty, I am saying goodbye to an empty Universal Studios. We are crossing through backstage one more time to head over to Hogsmeade. So I'll see you guys then. Wow, look at this. This place is empty. There is nobody here. Another big deal about this tour for a lot of people is that you do have this after hours access to Hogsmeade, which means this is going to be one of the only times that you can actually get a picture in front of Hogwarts Castle without literally anybody else in it. That's what I'm going to do now. Okay, this is the only time I'm gonna get to do this because it's not creepy and there's literally no one in the restroom, but look, you can hear Moaning Myrtle in the restrooms here in Hogsmeade. That's a detail that people talk about, and it's actually here. Now we've got free time here in Hogsmeade Village until the Christmas show starts at 10:45. It's about 30 minutes to go around, take pictures, get in line for butterbeer. That's the two things you can do during this time. I think a good mindset for this tour is to do pictures and photo ops first, food second. When I got into Hogsmeade, I went straight to the castle because I knew there would be nobody there and I can get a picture in front of it, and it looks awesome and it looked like I own Universal. And honestly, tonight the butterbeer line is like really, really long. So much so that I think I would actually advise against waiting in line for butterbeer unless you're like absolutely desperate for butterbeer. This is the one time you're gonna come to Universal this trip, which I assume a lot of people doing this holiday tour are also gonna be in the parks during the day as well. Use this time in Hogsmeade to relax, hang out, get some really cool pictures, and get a decent spot for the Christmas show, which is what I am gonna do now. Such a great holiday show to see, but now that it is over, we are getting walked out of the park. The holiday tour is done. So begins the long march to the port of entry. You're around, Daxon.
See you later.
Coolest tour guide ever, dude.
Very great hanging out with you tonight.
Happy holidays. Have a good night, man.
Bye, buddy.
Boom! We are done. Another holiday tour in the books. It is now 11:10, so the tour started at 6, or checked in at 6, I should say. So we went for about 5 hours. So let's talk about the big improvements. First big improvement is food. Having hot, actual savory food is so nice compared to the just cookies and hot cocoa from years before. Now you can actually have like dinner on the holiday tour, which is gonna take up your entire night. They have also improved the meet and greet experience with adding Max the dog. Like, seriously, that's amazing. Meeting Max the dog, you can only do that on the holiday tour. You can also only meet Santa on the holiday tour, which is really great as well. That was super easy, super seamless. The fact that we rode the Jimmy Fallon ride as a way to like kill time before we met Santa was really nice. Last year when we waited for Santa, we just like stood on the balcony for like 30 minutes. So having the ride as a way to like kill time was really nice. Even though I didn't ride, I appreciated having that there as a way to like kill time. As far as like things I didn't like, there's really not that much. I don't really have any like major nitpicks. I think the only thing I would really say is I wish there was a little more to do in Hogsmeade than to just like wait for the show. Hogshead is the only place that was open, and it had a really long line to get butterbeer. And honestly, like I'd rather just pay like $7 or $8 more, which is like the cost of a butterbeer. I'd rather you like put that in the price of the tour to have butterbeer already waiting for you, or just like they're just like dishing it out, because it's a really big deal for a lot of people. And when they go to Harry Potter, especially when it's nice and chilly like this, of course you want a butterbeer, but the line is really long, and if you're waiting in line for butterbeer, you're not going to have time to maybe take pictures in front of the castle or explore empty Hogsmeade. You kind of have to pick. And I think last year I got an ornament, like we got a little gift. I didn't get anything this year, at least I wasn't given anything, and I've always thought that was kind of nice to have. I actually hang those ornaments up on my Christmas tree every year, and I didn't get one this year. Oh well. But I did get to meet Max the dog, so that was pretty cool. Overall, this year's holiday tour was the best version of the holiday tour that we have gotten. More streamlined. There were more things added to the tour, more unique opportunities added to the tour, and I think for what is a very accessible price, you get a lot of extra things to add to your day. Like, this is a really great tour. I'm gonna get on out of here. It's cold. I had a lot of fun. The park is like closed. There's no more music. It is time for us to go. If you guys have any questions about the holiday tour or anything about the holidays in general here at Universal, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear it. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my channel. It really, really does help. Even just leaving like a like on the video helps so much. Time for me to get on out of here, folks. Thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision. I hope you had fun having fun with me, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.